With bars 44 through 47 behind us, we now enter bars 48 to 52, where Chopin's genius shines. The simple idea from bar 7 now permeates the agitato, transformed into the driving force of the storm. Imagine bar 7 being played one octave higher. Notice that it begins with the very same notes that launch the agitato, C, G, and B flat. Then Chopin simply repeats the idea a whole step lower, building the entire storm from these two transformed gestures. Now that you hear this gesture growing from bar 7, practice it without the thumb so the pattern becomes second nature. My fingering may differ from other editions. I use 3 on B flat, 2 on F sharp, and 4 on A, which keeps the motion fluid and prepares the hand that follows. It also allows me to use the weight of the hand better. The challenge in this passage isn't the notes, it's the motion. Practice the octave shifts using only the thumb and second finger. Then let the hand's weight fall naturally into the chord tones, thinking of them as one shape before releasing through the thumb into the next position. Once the motion feels natural, you're going to practice this as a weight transfer exercise, not a rhythmic one. Play the chord tones in sequence and let them remain as one shape. Feel the hand's weight settle into them, then release outward through a light thumb, already moving towards the next chord. Avoid dropping into the thumb. Let it simply guide the transition. Now you're going to put everything together and feel the natural ease of the motion. This is one of the most demanding moments of the transition, but once the movement is understood, the passage begins to flow effortlessly. In the left hand, the first chord is the wave's highest point, an appoggiatura that resolves into D and then G. Let everything build toward it, then release it into the natural decrescendo. Finally, bring it all together without pedal. Keep the octave transition smooth. Shape the left hand towards its first chord, and only then let the pedal follow the harmony. Now let's look at the most effective ways of practicing bars 52 and 53. First, practice only the notes played with fingers 2 and 1. This specific exercise completely gets rid of any tension. Now add the second note as a chord. The third note is played with finger 1 or thumb, and it's the same motion that we have already mastered in the previous exercise. Using the weight of the arm, play the chord and the second note as written. Play the second note as you lift the weight of your arm. Now play the upper notes and sit on them with the weight of your arm. As you come out, you should be able to play the thumb and prepare for the next chord. Make sure that as you come out, you do not accent the thumb. Now play it as it's written. The execution should feel flawless. Remember to use the weight of the arm. On the left hand, make sure that the weight of C sharp is heard as it naturally resolves to D. Finally, put it together and make sure you practice without pedal for quality control. Last but not least, let yourself loose and add the pedal at every harmony change. Bars 54 and 55 unleash the storm's fury. As the music intensifies, so do your hands, so let's find the right moment for freedom and power. Start by practicing only the notes that are being played with fingers 1 and 2. This will allow you to understand the rotation that is being used by the hand. Make sure you use the weight. Next, you want the weight of the arm to fall onto the first chord and then press the second note. Keep them there and then release. Prepare for the next chord. No thumb is needed for this exercise. This is similar to the previous exercise. You're going to let the weight of the arm fall on the chord and then press the second note where you're going to hold. Play the thumb as you come up and now preparing for the next chord. Now try playing it as written. The weight of the arm should be in the top notes and the thumb should be played as you come out. For the left hand, make sure that you focus on intensity rather than volume when doing the crescendo until the last G that takes you to the arpeggio. Now put it all together and you are ready for the next passage of this intense storm. Now the storm reaches its final intensity, carrying us towards the calm of the cantabile. Beneath it, the bass descends chromatically, pulling the harmony from G minor towards F major, a sudden change of landscape, as if the storm finally breaks and the music finds a new horizon. Now, let's walk into the storm and come out the other side. First, let's uncover the melody beneath the storm. G to F sharp, back to G, then F sharp again, before G flat finally leads us into F, the hidden force driving the passage forward. Now these open chords aren't background, they propel the arpeggio forward. Practice the repeated D and C first. Once those are secure, the rest is simply the broken octave moving up and down. Last but not least, make sure that you practice the left hand all by itself. Imagine the right hand arpeggio is playing above it as you practice that left hand. Let the open fifths stand out because they launch the arpeggio and give it the momentum it needs. But remember, think of depth, not volume. Let the weight of the hand create the power. Let's look at the right hand now. The right hand at bars 56 through 65 are not just arpeggios. They are the last waves of a storm that will subside very soon. Though this passage looks very challenging because of all the arpeggios, it is actually quite simple once you add musicality and the left hand. Start by playing the arpeggio in miniature. This will help you understand how the atmosphere is changing as the note on the bottom, going from G to F sharp to F, is changing. Make sure your weight transfer doesn't have any accents in this section. If you master the beginning of the arpeggio, the rest will be a piece of cake. The next important part is to understand and practice just the top of the arpeggio. Make sure you're using a loose wrist and the weight of the arm to play this part. Once you arrive to F, practice like you did with the first arpeggio. Finish your arpeggio with grace, and I'll see you on the next section.